Hi everyone, I'm Tony Jackson and here is your monthly reading for the whole month for June 2017. This month I'm going to actually choose a card from the Magical Messages from the Fairies deck because I feel like it's a good month to work with the fairies, and also I have a workshop coming up in Wagga Wagga, New South Wales, Australia, and the workshop is actually on the fairies. So I'll put a link to the events page with the details for the workshop. So if you're all at all interested, if you're in the Wagga area and you're interested in coming along to the workshop, I'd love you to, I'd invite you to come along, and we're going to invoke the fairies together and learn how to work with them and invite them into your life. For they can heal you, they can bring messages to you, they can do a lot of things, and it's often a realm that's a little bit overlooked. We often work more with angels and ascended masters and spirit guides, but the fairies are also there to help us. Part of their job is to help the environment. The fairies look after the earth and the air, but they can also help us in very magical ways. So I'd love you to come along to the workshop, and we're going to invite the fairies in and have a lot of fun. When you invite them in, they often make you giggle and laugh and have a good time. It's just their energy. Their energy is quite childlike, so you do have to be a little bit soft, pure of heart kind of thing, and have a good intent to be able to connect with them. Where the angels and guides, they'll kind of intervene no matter what's going on in your life and help you. But with the fairies, you need to be a little bit more open, you need to be a little bit more positive, and you need to be very gentle, loving and caring, and you need to believe, or the fairies won't come to you because they're quite soft and gentle. But once you connect with them and learn how they are, they can come in, and sometimes they'll come in and they'll cheer you up too if you're feeling a little bit down. But if you're feeling down when you first connect to them, it's a little bit harder because you're not aware of their energies. So please come along to the workshop, and we'll have a lot of fun connecting with the fairies. So if you can't make it, well, I've got a little process here to help you connect to the fairies, and it's a simple way to invite the fairies in. Anybody can connect with the fairies. You can go out in nature and ask to see the fairies, but something I was given or thought of before this video was coming from my guides, I feel. Ask the fairies to dance in your aura. And I thought that's a clever way to invoke them and invite them into your life, because you're asking in quite a playful way, which is a perfect way to connect with the fairies, rather than just invite them in. Ask them to dance in your aura. So you could just say something now. I now call on the fairy realm and I ask the fairies to dance in my aura. It's a free will and choice to invoke the energies or the realms of the fairies, the fairy realm, and I ask the fairies to dance in my aura. That's a nice kind of uplifting, getting sort of forget about all the heavy things that's going on in the world, and just have a bit of fun and play with the fairies this month. I think it's a very important realm to work with. So for this month, we're going to ask the fairies to dance in our aura. So that's a lovely one for this month, and very simple and very light-hearted. So I'm going to choose a card, and then I feel like at the end we might have a minute's silence if I remember. Just for everything that's going on. Sometimes all we need is just to be quiet and quieten our mind without doing too much. But first of all, I'll just choose a card, and as I do with when I choose cards, whenever I do a reading or just choose a card, bringing down a white light, and the white light is an imaginary light that you can draw on from the universe, bring it down through your chakras, out through the heart chakra, and allow it to connect to your cards. This is the white light or universal energy. Spin it around your cards, and it helps you get deeper insight into your cards and begin to use and work with the cards as vibrational tools. And as I always say, it helps you also begin to connect with your own guidance, either angelic guidance or your guides. Pure divine white light for the purpose of preparing your deck and helping you to and get intuitive messages. I can feel this in the fairies starting to, I feel tingles and shudders in my body, and it often, with the fairies, you kind of start giggling because it's almost like a tickle in your aura, but that you'll know that's the fairies. And once you get used to them and get used to working with them and what they can do, then you can sort of ask them to help you with things. You can invite them into your garden. They often make the garden look so fresh, and it's amazing what they can do. And they may give you a little message to do something too, like pick up trash or papers or help animals, but it takes a little bit of while to work out how they work and what they can do. But it's the first step for this month was just invite them in by asking them to dance in your aura. And I can feel them dancing around me now. It makes you giggle a little bit. Oh, here we go. Oh, can you believe that? Can you believe that card I chose? Birthday, because it's... Did you see me shuffling? It's my birthday this month, and I forgot to mention it. So isn't that funny? That's amazing. Out of all those cards, it's my birthday. It's my birthday on the 16th of June, so the fairies are telling me happy birthday. So isn't that amazing? So a significant birthday holds the answer to your question. So I think that's a happy birthday to me from the fairies. So isn't it magical how they work? Out of all those cards, I picked that one. You saw me shuffling, so it's quite amazing. I'll take that message for myself, and everyone can wish me a happy birthday from the fairies. So that's quite amazing. So I told you the fairies are magical. So that's a big coincidence, and I feel quite blessed to have chosen that card, as it is my birthday. So that's a happy birthday from the fairies, and that's quite amazing. So what I wanted to do for the last bit is just have a minute's silence, because there's so much going on, and it's just sometimes that's all we need. We just need to sit and quiet our mind. We have invoked the fairies, so you may feel them start to shut up. Actually, I didn't really want to invoke anything in particular, just have a minute's silence, because sometimes the most spiritual thing we can do is do nothing and just be with anything. But if you do find some emotions come up, because sometimes you just don't even be silent, you just don't think to be silent because we're rushing around, we're calling on angels, we're trying to get rid of our negative thoughts, and just by being silent and present can actually be all that you need sometime. But if by doing that, sometimes it can bring up emotions. It just is. As emotions sometimes just need to come up, and they never get a chance. So when you're silent, you may feel a little bit of emotion. Call on the Archangel Raphael. I didn't particularly want to invoke anything for the minute silence, but if you do have emotions, Raphael can often calm the emotions. So let's just have a minute's silence, and then I'll end it for this month. Okay, I'm not quite sure how long that was, but it feels like about a minute. I just wanted to share a little bit of silence with you, because that's a lovely way just to be. Sometimes we don't need to do much except be silent. So what a magical reading we had this week with that birthday card coming up. I was very excited about that, because that's like very rare, but that does happen when you do readings. Sometimes they slip a message into that. So I'm going to leave it here now. Lovely to spend this time with you. So the simple message for this month was just to ask the fairies to dance in your aura. And the purpose for that was just to begin to invite the fairies in and feel their energy and learn how to invoke them and just get used to their energies. And I think I'm going to leave it here now. Lovely to spend this time with you. I'll also be continuing with the weekly videos, but this one was an overview for the whole month of June. And happy birthday to me, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the weekly readings. Okay, namaste, and bye for now.